You learned about science in school, but how much do you actually remember? Let's take a look at general science questions that you should be able to answer. Here's your first question. Is hot air more or less dense than cold air? You've heard the phrase hot air rises, right? The hot air is less dense and lighter than cold air. To understand why, let's review density. Density is a measure of how much mass there is in a unit of volume. Light objects have low density, so they float. Heavy objects have high density, and they sink. So the lower density is why hot air balloons float in the sky. Cold air sinks, that's why the breeze in a valley might feel cool. Next, let's see whether you can answer a question about Earth science. The Earth's continents and sand consist mostly of which mineral? Is it A, quartz, B, hematite, C, iron, or D, calcite? About 90% of the Earth's crust consists of silicates or silicon oxides. Quartz is the most common silicate. Quartz is a component of granite and basalt, two of the most common rocks. It's also found in gemstones, including amethyst and citrine. Chances are that if you pick up a random rock, it will contain quartz. Let's move on to the science of living things, biology. Frogs belong to which animal group? Your choices here are A, reptiles, B, mammals, C, amphibians, or D, fish. A lot of people aren't sure the answer to this question. All of these animals are vertebrates, so they all have a backbone, yet they're different from each other. So vertebrates are divided into groups. Frogs belong to the amphibian group. Unlike the other animal groups listed, mammals are warm-blooded. They have hair or fur. Like reptiles and fish, frogs are cold-blooded. Unlike reptiles and fish, frogs live in both air and water. Frog eggs and tadpoles live in water, but adult frogs breathe air and live on the land. Another important science studies the stars and planets. Let's see how much you know about astronomy. Here's the question. What is the fourth planet from the sun? Is it A, Earth, B, Mars, C, Saturn, or D, Jupiter? First, it's good to know that Earth is the third planet from the sun. Rust-colored Mars is the fourth planet, making it Earth's next-door neighbor. Both physics and chemistry are physical sciences concerned with matter and energy. Your final general science question has to do with everyday chemistry. Dihydrogen monoxide is the chemical name of which common compound? Is it A, household peroxide, B, water, C, table salt, or D, bleach? Now, we usually refer to water as water. Sometimes we call it H2O, but the chemical name is dihydrogen monoxide. So we've covered the main branches of general science. Pat yourself on the back if you've aced this quiz, but don't feel bad if you missed a question or two. General science is a vast subject, and there is always more to learn.